Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to see an overview of Azure Load Balancer and Azure Application Gateway. We'll see the difference between those two load balancer and the application gateway. So in the Azure Load Balancer, let's say we have virtual machines where the application is running. For example, let's say we have hosted the web app or web application in these virtual machines, which is configured to use the Azure Load Balancer. So the Azure Load Balancer on the back end, there will be a pool of virtual machines where the application will be running on those backend machines, and the users will be accessing the Azure Load Balancer that will have the public IP interface, and the load balancer, it will route the traffic into these virtual machines which are configured on the back end. Also, the Azure Load Balancer, there will be a health probe where it will continuously check the health status of those pool of virtual machines, and in case if there is any virtual machine found unhealthy, then it will not route the traffic to those unhealthy virtual machines, and it will only route to those healthy virtual machines. So based on the traffic, it will route the request accordingly. And when it comes to the SKU, we'll have a basic SKU and standard SKU. So for the free trial, it will be only available the basic SKU, where we can also deploy multiple VMs, but it needs to be part of the scale set or availability set. And it doesn't have any SLA, which is service level agreement. But whereas in the paid, which is the standard SKU, we can deploy multiple virtual machines independently in the virtual network, and here we get 99.99% SLA. Okay, next, application gateway. So in application gateway, let's say we have a pool of virtual machines where we are running the application. So this virtual machines will be running behind the application gateway, and when the users access the application gateway, it will route the traffic to these backend machines. So here the application gateway running at the layer 7 routing, whereas in the Azure load balancer running in layer 3 and layer 4. So here in the application gateway, we can also do the URL routing. Let's say we need to route the images URL into one of the virtual machines, and like the videos which is hosted in a different virtual machines. So when the user trying to access these images, then it will route the traffic into those virtual machine, and when they try to access it to a videos URL, then again it will be routed to the different virtual machine where we have hosted. And it also does the SSL termination at the application gateway level, so that we don't need to bother about configuring the SSL on the virtual machine level. And we can also host a multiple website routing using the Azure application gateway. Okay, so that's it in this video, and I'll see you in the next.